Brenda Watson, our guest, she's a naturopath. She's a CNC, which is Certified Nutritional Consultant. And along with Leonard Smith, you write often with him in your detox books. He a surgeon?
He's a surgeon. He's a general surgeon, but he does surgery on all parts of the body for 30 years.
30 years.
While he's telling people what they should do naturally.
Right, while he's taking out their intestine or part of their intestine or something like that. And he says there are ways you can prevent this. Prevention is the deal.
It is.
Sure is. And genetics play a part, I know.
Absolutely.
So, to constipation, remember that book? Can't remember who wrote it. Something about what your poo says about you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
I can't.
I hate to mention it, but they should float instead of
Yeah,
sink.
yeah.
They. All of that.
Yes, yes.
So what about daily elimination? How important?
Daily elimination is critical for good health. Daily, at least once a day. I mean, you know, you hear in the holistic world 2 to 3 times a day, and that would be great if people could do that. But what I find is if someone doesn't eliminate every day, getting them to once a day is a big feat. So, you know, you want people to have good bowel movements every day, and it's really important.
And if it's an issue for you, what can you do?
Well, the first thing I would do is detox, like I was talking about, detoxification and cleansing, but of the total body, because the liver can be very involved in constipation. It's not just the colon. And it's not just about sometimes drink more water and take more fiber. That helps some people, but not all people. So a total body detoxification program would be excellent, like a First Cleanse or Cleanse Smart.
Like one of these,
yes.
A Cleanse Smart, a First Cleanse, a
Yes.
Rapid Cleanse,
Yes, one of these.
7-day program, whatever. So you get there, you get to the basics. So now the body is as pure as it's going to get. And then what if you're still having issues?
If you're still having issues, then you need to deeper go into, okay, I'm keeping my fiber in, am I adding in my probiotics, my omega-3s? I have an acronym called HOPE, which is high fiber, omega-3 oils, probiotics, and enzymes. And HOPE is a maintenance for people like that.
Okay, are you a fan of juicing?
Yes, I am. Not for people to just juice and do a lot of fruit and carrot. It's too sweet for the body and too much sugar. I like juicing in the form of a lot of greens, adding in, you know, something like apple or carrot in the smaller ratios, and more of the greens, the celeries, things like this, to give it, you know, more benefit for the body.
And more enzymes,
Right.
and all of that. Does the body, if it's in perfect condition, and whose is, detox naturally? When it's in fine fettle?
I think it can do okay, but I don't think anyone anymore is going to be able to rid themselves of all the chemicals coming in. The toothpaste is out of the tube, so to speak.
Right.
It's just, we've gone too far. I mean, when you look at, you know, what we're, you know, put makeup on, we're doing all these things, and if the liver's sort of like a conveyor belt with toxins, and if that conveyor belt starts going too quickly, then the liver can't keep up and you begin to store. And I don't think there's anyone out there today that really doesn't need to cleanse or detox in some fashion.
Okay, stroke prevention.
Right.
What to do?
Stroke prevention is, I think, the most important thing is omega-3s. Omega-3s have an effect on your heart health and your cardiovascular health, probably the most important. 7,000 studies on omega-3s that are absolutely, you know, one of the main supplements today that we need to be taking every day, but you need to take the right amount, and you need about 3,000 milligrams a day of omega-3.
So is that essential fatty acid, essentially?
Yes.
So can it be GLA? Can it be fish oil? Can it be krill?
Fish oil is the best. Krill is not potent at all. In a capsule of krill oil, you're going to get 100 milligrams of omega-3. I just said you needed 3,000. So you'd have to take 30 capsules a day to get what you need. You need about 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, but fish oil in the form of omega-3. So you have to read the label. Look on your label and make sure the capsule has 1,000 milligrams of omega-3.
Omega-3, and sometimes the pills are giant, but you can do it, or you can just slurp it out of the bottle, I would think. It doesn't taste all that well, but they've got some flavored ones now, you know. And what about omega-6s?
Well, we
What's
get
the
a
diff?
lot of omega-6s in our diet, so
Okay.
so we probably don't need to add any more of those in.
Okay, so omega-3s.
Threes.
Now the vitamin D, anybody who lives north of Arkansas, they say should take vitamin D. How much is the question? And then what about the DK relationship?
Well, I think the vitamin D is important, especially in some of these climates. I would say you probably should get your doctor to test your levels because that's something that can build up. So in general, a couple of thousand milligrams a day, a few thousand milligrams a day, but over that you need to be having it checked. And that's a simple lab test that
Okay.
you can get your levels.
So what test do you get that wouldn't be run-of-the-mill to figure out how healthy you are?
I do.
Hormones, what?
Oh, I do hormone testing because I do bioidentical hormones personally. I have tests that measure always my vitamin D levels. I do gut testing inside to see how healthy my digestive system is, how much friendly bacteria I have, is there any chance of any candida. I travel a lot, I'm exposed to a lot, so I would do, that's not normal testing that you would generally
Right,
get.
and candida, yeast.
Yes.
Why do you get that?
Because
Too much of that?
Too much of that simply because of sugar in the diet, which I don't have, but sometimes if your friendly bacteria levels get low, if your immune system gets low, then the yeast are opportunistic and they take over.
Okay, sugar high. Go to the doctor, blood test says sugar high. What causes it?
Sugar is high because of sugar mostly in the diet, and what the new show I'm talking about this is.
Is
how
this
to,
your show?
yes,
On PBS?
PBS is coming out.
And it's called?
The Heart of Perfect Health.
Okay.
So what we do in this is we teach people how to convert carbs into teaspoons of sugar. So you can count how many teaspoons of sugar you get in your diet every day in your food. Because here's the deal. If you go to a doctor and they say, oh, you're okay if your sugar stays under 99, between 80 and 99, fasting, right?
Right.
Well, what they found out is that if your blood sugar, fasting blood sugar, stays over 85 for long periods of time, then you're set up for heart disease.
Okay, so blood sugar, really important. My doctor says don't drink the orange juice in the morning.
Nope.
Shoots the sugar up. That's
Right.
why I went to the lemon, that little lovely lemon drink. You know, have some fruit,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
But just not the juice.
Not the juice.
And watch the apple juice and things like that, even though there's greens in it.
Right,
Can
that's-
shoot the sugar up.
Yes.
But if you're old and you drink, I'm thinking, you might have a little more sugar than some.
Yes, you could.
Anti-aging. Anti-aging in here, lots of tips on anti-aging. How to age well, live long, diet 104, martini in hand.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, I think, you know, what you said earlier is bioidentical hormones for women that get into our age
Right.
is critical for helping us with aging. And I think also, you know, making sure you take care of your skin, that's a really important thing for me in aging. But if they have found keeping your gut healthy with the probiotics, the omega-3s, they've even found people who increased fiber had an anti-aging benefit from it. So the whole gut connection to anti-aging is very clear.
Okay, and you travel a lot, so energy's an issue sometimes, jet lag, things like that. How do you combat it?
I just rest more when I get there, to tell you the truth. And
I
I
bet-
make sure that I take always with me probiotics. They're my staple, and they help me through a lot.
Right, and so if you eat yogurt every day, is that enough?
No.
No,
And
so you have to take
especially-
a supplement.
Yes. We use the Ultimate Flora, which is a 50 billion. We're a high potency probiotic company that we really make sure that we're getting enough probiotics, and most of the probiotics on the market are more lower potency. So
Okay.
we're a 50 billion, and we have multi-strains. After the age of 50, the friendly bacteria called bifido, which is the main friendly bacteria in our colon, decreases just with age. So when you find these formulas here, like the 50 billion, they're high in bifido.
Because as you know, some people take probiotics when they go to Mexico.
Right.
And that's it.
No, that's not.
So every day.
Probiotics is the new multivitamin.
Really?
Yes.
What else do you take? Like
Well, hey,
a jar full or
No.
what?
No, I take multivitamins and, you know, those types of things, and vitamin E. Yes, I take a good bit of supplements.
Okay, nice to meet you and good luck on the new show. When does it start?
It will be out late fall.
Okay, great. The Road to Perfect Health, Balance Your Gut, Heal Your Body, A Modern Guide to Curing Chronic Disease. Brenda Watson.